What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. It is no secret that I love when our doll stuff is easy to store, like these folding doll rooms, and it's even better when we can hide our minis in plain sight, like how we made this book box to hold our doll stationery. In this video, some of you wanted to know if we could do more with this idea. So that's what we're going to do today. In addition to storing doll stationery and planners, I thought it would be a good place to store doll clothes. So let's make one that's a little larger where we can do just that. When we made our first book box, we used the template, but I need this box to be larger than a standard sheet of paper. I want it to be 13 inches tall, so I'm going to start by cutting a piece of paperboard to 13 inches. I take the printable for the cover, place it on top, try to get an even border going around, and trim where needed. The rectangle that I cut is 13 by 10.5 inches. Cut a second rectangle for the back cover, then I cut a 13 by 4-inch rectangle for the spine. You can double the paperboard if you want to make it stronger. I take the printable for the spine, glue it onto the 4-inch piece of paperboard, right in the center. I'm a little off, but we're gonna try to make it work. I flip it over and glue the other pieces of paperboard onto the sides, leaving a small space. And we can start to see the cover coming together. Let's flip it back over to the other side and cover the edges. Now we can glue on the cover printables. I'm just going to trim off this white border, then glue them onto the paperboard to make the front cover of our book. On the other side, I cover it with another printable to look like wallpaper. I used a busy paper, hoping that my mistakes would be a little less noticeable. Once I covered most of the box, I began cutting cardboard so I can make an inner box that is slightly shorter than 13 inches. I cut the sides at 3 3/4. I cut the sides to glue on top of the largest piece of cardboard, but before gluing them down, I cover the visible sides with more paper. Then I glue them in place to make a box. I take the printable for the pages and glue it onto the 3 sides that will be visible. I cut a wooden dowel to glue across the box, then glue the box into the cover, then glue the spine onto the side of the box to make a large book box that's a closet on the inside. We can add gold tape or ribbon to decorate the outside and try to cover some of the seams. We can glue foil onto some leftover paperboard, add some gold ribbon. I found this gold ribbon at Michael's and I'm just going to use it to add some details to my mirror. I glued on a few loops and add a little bow to the top. Then I glue it into the room so the dolls can check out their outfit of the day. And let's add some ribbon curtains for a little texture. I'm covering a small scrap of paperboard with our wallpaper. I glue one end of the ribbon to the back. I add folded over ribbon over the seams, then gather and position the ribbon to look like a curtain. Bend the paperboard at the top and glue it into the box. I glue some trim across the top to make a hidden dressing room for the dolls. Then take a few paper clips, bend the short side up, then bend the other side up with the hook and shape it so it points straight up. Then curve the end to make a quick hanger. Make more and add them to the closet so the dolls can start building a wardrobe. Speaking of dolls, let's take a look at the Gala Collection doll, Blue Sensation. The Barbie Gala Collection series showcases ultra-glamorous, high-fashion looks inspired by celebrated red carpet moments. I bought this doll for $50 from Mattel Creations, which required the Club 59 membership. On the website, it says this is doll 3 in the collection, and she has the Alma face sculpt. Let's get this doll out of the box for a closer look. We get a certificate of authenticity letting us know this is a Barbie signature black label doll. We get a doll stand with a glitter base and a doll dressed in baby blue. She has brown eyes with painted sparkles, smoky eyeshadow, a neutral lip color. She has long hair with a little curl. It might need some attention out of the box. She has a side part with one side pulled back. She comes with silver dangly earrings with blue painted stones that are a little pixelated. The earrings are removable. She wears a silver bracelet and a ring and has painted fingernails. She wears a baby blue halter dress with a little shimmer. It has an asymmetrical cut at the bottom with a blue pleated shimmer ruffle that goes all the way around the back of the dress. The dress has a train and snaps in the back, but the doll is sewn in with a few stitches. If we cut the stitches, we can easily redress the doll. This doll has blue glitter heels and a blue faux fur wrap to complete her look. This doll has the Music Muse body with bent arms, which means she can move at the head, the shoulder, and the hip. So at $50, she has limited articulation. With her skin tone, it might be a challenge to find a made-to-move body. She's kinda similar to Dion from Clueless and Aaliyah. So let's throw this girl in some hot water to see if we can find her a new body. I place the doll in a plastic bag, then into a cup of hot water to soften it so it can easily be removed. Then I place her on Dion's body, and it's not bad. I think this one could totally work. The Barbie Dream Bestie Zia is a similar match. This would make her a 10-inch doll with flat feet, but we could stock her wardrobe with rainbow high fashion, and underscale Barbie furniture would fit a little better. I'm not mad at this idea. Here's the blue tie-dye made-to-move body, not a perfect match, and here's the made-to-move soccer player. Again, not a perfect match. In my perfect world, $50 dolls would come with made-to-move bodies, so we wouldn't have to go through this. Made-to-move bodies are a must for me, but I know that this match is going to bother me and I'll probably never use the doll. So I put her on Dion's body because it is a better match and we do have some increased articulation. And she can still fit the dress. Now let's add a few things to her closet and start building a wardrobe. I bought this set online for $9.99. I think every doll wardrobe needs a good pair of jeans. So when I saw this set for $9.99, I decided to check it out. They are by Eating. We get a lavender top with a large bow in the front. It has ribbon straps and Velcros in the back. Paired with high-waisted jeans with a sewn crease in the front. They are made of a denim material, are wide leg pants that are hemmed at the bottom. I am pleasantly surprised by this set. We also get a lavender gown using the same material that's on the bow. I would have preferred a turned under hem on the bottom of the dress, but it's finished all the way around, has Velcro at the waist, and ties with ribbon behind the neck. And there are butterflies glued onto the ribbon at the top. Definitely not a bad set. Might remove the butterflies later, but not bad. A nice little sundress is also a must. We also need a sweater and a pair of shorts. We made the shorts using a pattern that's available on our blog. The link for our blog is in the description below. A white collared shirt is a staple. This one is by Barbie Style. It's a great piece to mix and match. And a tank top, throw in a jacket or a coat for those cooler days, and a pair of PJs, giving our doll a nice little capsule wardrobe of pieces we can mix and match for different occasions. This is something I've been working on in real life, reducing my wardrobe to the things I actually wear. I just didn't know it was called a capsule wardrobe until a Fabsome bestie mentioned it in the comments. Thanks for that. And I like the idea of creating book boxes with a color theme. So if we're looking for our purple wardrobe, we can just go to the purple book box. And it's large enough to store a doll inside. Thank you for joining us while we made a capsule wardrobe in a hidden doll room and checked out a new doll. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time. Bye!